Ooh, Lola, what are you gonna draw on your piece of paper?
I don't know. Miss Summit, don't you have maybe a coloring book?
No, I don't have a coloring book. All I have is some more paper. If you'd like some more paper and lots of different colors of crayon that you can use.
Well, Miss Summit, you do have a lot of colors, and I do like all the grand colors that you have, but they're no good without a coloring book.
What? Why do you think you can't use the crayons without a coloring book? You have a piece of paper.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have a picture on it.
Well, that's right. You have to draw your own picture.
But I can't.
What do you mean you can't draw your own picture? I'm drawing a picture. I'm drawing a picture of a flower.
Oh, maybe you can draw me a picture too, Miss Summit.
Well, I'm drawing my own picture. You need to draw your picture.
I can't think of what to draw. I can't do it. I have to have a picture to color. I can't come up with my own picture.
Well, it sounds to me like you need to hear about the word creativity.
Creativity. Creativity, is that a coloring book?
No, it's not a coloring book.
Is it a fancy kind of marker?
No, it's not a fancy kind of marker either. It's a character quality. Creativity means you can come up with your own ideas and you can think of new solutions to solve a problem.
I don't have very much creativity right now.
No, you don't. But let me tell you about a story of a man who had a lot of creativity, and maybe it'll help your mind start to think too.
Oh, a story! I can't wait. Who's the story about, Miss Summit?
The story is about a man named George Washington Carver.
George Washington Carver. I don't think I've heard of him before.
Well, he was a scientist who discovered many things, but one year, what he liked to do was help farmers know how to raise their crops better. And they used to raise a lot of cotton. You can make lots of things out of cotton, like clothes and things. But there was a problem that year. The cotton plants started to have this little bug on them called a boll weevil. And when George Washington Carver realized that the boll weevil was there that year, he said, it's going to destroy the cotton plants and the farmers won't be able to sell them.
Oh no, that's terrible. Then they won't have any money to buy the things that they need.
That's right. So he said, I have to have a plan. We've got to have another plant to raise. But all the farmers back then, they just raised cotton. They didn't see why they should raise anything else. Cotton was what they knew how to grow. Cotton was what they liked. It was kind of like your coloring book. They couldn't think of doing a different kind of plant on their own. But George Washington Carver, he had creativity. And he thought about the plant, the peanut plant. And he said, the peanut plant, the boll weevil won't eat and it won't kill the peanut plant. We've got to plant peanuts. And so he convinced all the farmers to go ahead and plant peanuts when their cotton crops died.
Oh, that's a great idea. He was thinking of different things.
That's right. He had creativity in thinking of a new plant that they could grow. But there was a problem. All the farmers grew peanuts and they grew great. And then they had too many peanuts and nobody wanted to buy them.
Oh no! Then that means they still don't have the money they need to buy the other stuff that they need.
That's right. So George Washington Carver started to think and he started to experiment. And he took that peanut and he would mash it up and see what it would make. He would bake it and see what it would make. He would dry it and see what it would make. He would add some water to see what it would make. And he tried all different new kinds of things to do with a peanut. Back then, all people did with peanuts was eat them. They didn't have peanut butter like we do today. But George Washington Carver experimented with lots of different things. They say he even made ice cream out of peanuts and cheese.
What? Cheese out of peanuts? Ice cream out of peanuts? I've never had peanut ice cream.
I haven't either, but it sure makes me want to try some. George Washington Carver came up with lots and lots of different ideas to do with peanuts. And you know what happened in the peanut crop?
No, what?
They could all of a sudden sell it because there were so many other things that people could do with peanuts besides just eat a raw peanut. And so then they would have the money to take care of their families and their farms.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
But it wouldn't have happened if George Washington Carver hadn't had creativity. He had to think of things that nobody had tried before. He had to experiment around. Sometimes experiments work, and sometimes they don't. But he knew he couldn't give up, and he knew he had to keep thinking of new ideas. So I want you to look at your blank piece of paper and think about what new ideas, what else could you create on your paper? Think of George Washington Carver.
Well, I'm not very good at drawing, but I think I'm going to try and draw a peanut to remind me of George Washington Carver. It might not look right at first, but just like George Washington Carver, I'm going to keep trying to draw new things in new different ways, and then maybe one day it will look like I want it to look like, and it'll be even better than a coloring book.
I think that's a great idea. What color of crayon would you like to start drawing your peanut with?
I think I'll start with orange, and then maybe I'll color it purple. There's never been a purple peanut. That would be creative if I colored the peanut purple.
You're right, it would be a very creative idea. Oh yeah, I see your peanut. Oh yeah. Oh, are you starting kind of with an oval? Yeah, peanuts grow under brain.